This Good Morning Northwest morning spread is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is now 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday with the morning sprint.
Election results are still coming in, but we're beginning to get a good idea of many of the results across our region. Sydney Charles has the details on the biggest local race, the contest to become Spokane's next mayor.
But let's get to Matt Gray first, telling us about a break in the rain. Matt.
That's right. It has been a wet start to the month of November, but hey, for the next couple of days, things are looking pretty nice out there. Temperatures will be into the mid-40s, and we'll see the sun pop out at least for a little bit before we go back into cloudy and foggy conditions for the overnight hours. We will be looking for our next round of rain Thursday night into Friday morning with more showers on tap for this weekend.
And the race to become Spokane's next mayor is very tight this morning, with Lisa Brown leading by fewer than 1,600 votes. Let's take a look at the current standings. Challenger Lisa Brown leads mayoral incumbent Nadine Woodward with nearly 52% of the vote. But nearly 25,000 votes are still left to be counted. It's still anyone's race. 4 News Now was at watch parties for both candidates last night and have each of their reactions to the initial vote count. You can find those reactions on our website on KXLY.com.
And in the race for City Council President, Betsy Wilkerson is in the lead with 53% of the vote to Kim Please's 47. Wilkerson saying her previous experience will help her lead the City Council.
Paul Dillon is on track to fill Wilkerson's District 2 spot on the City Council. He leads Katie Treloar by about 1,300 votes. Michael Cathcart currently in the lead for District 1, but the incumbent wants to wait for more votes to be counted. And right now, Kitty Klitsky currently ahead of Earl Moore for the District 3 position by a pretty wide margin.
Voters were also asked to decide on both Prop 1 in Spokane and Measure 1 in all of Spokane County. Measure 1 would increase the county's sales tax to fund several criminal justice projects, including a new jail, while Prop 1 would ban camping near certain places like schools and daycares in the city of Spokane.
And as you mentioned, Prop 1 receiving overwhelming support. As of now, about 75% of people have voted to pass it. That camping initiative could have a big impact on the homeless population and the public. Spokane police could issue tickets to anyone who camps or stores their belongings on public land within 1,000 feet of schools, parks, daycares, and playgrounds. The city of Spokane says Prop 1 will go into effect on the certification of the election results, which is November 28th.
However, it's a different story for Measure 1. It looks like Spokane will not be getting a new jail for now, with 63% of people voting against it. It would have raised that sales tax by 0.02%. Critics argued that that measure was not specific enough on how the money would be used, calling it a blank check for a broken system. Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles, who was one of the many people who said a new jail was a necessity, he told 4 News Now that this isn't the outcome he was hoping for, but he looks forward with collaborating with legislators to rework Measure 1 into something that everyone can support.
Across state lines in Kootenai County, voters were asked to decide whether to approve a $50 million bond meant to preserve open space in the county. Commissioners say the bond would preserve areas like the Rathdrum Prairie while only costing taxpayers about an extra $8 a year. But it looks like voters may not agree to all that. The bond is currently failing, with 53% of people voting against it.
We are also keeping an eye on the 3 city council positions in Coeur d'Alene, with 100% of the precincts reporting these results should all stand. In Coeur d'Alene, incumbent Dan Gooking is ahead of challenger Clark Albritton for the council seat number 3. Dan English is hoping to retain seat number 5 and beat challenger Roger Garlock and Rob Knutson. He's currently on track to do just that with more than 50% of the vote. And for seat 1, Christine Wood is currently leading Brian Winkler 58 to 41%. Votes are still being counted in Kootenai County, so any of these results could still change.
Well, let's take a look now at results for the race for position number 5 on the Spokane School District's Board of Directors. School Board President Mike Weiser is currently leading Erica Lalke with about 61% of the vote. 2 seats are up for grabs in the Coeur d'Alene School District. James McAndrew with a big lead over 2 other candidates for the Zone 2 trustee spot, with Casey Morrisroe not running for re-election. And in Zone 3, looks like Heather Tenbrink will retain her seat. She leads Matt Blatt 55 to 45.
Now, these are just some of the dozens of races that we are tracking. We've put them in all in one convenient location for you, so you can take out your phone right now and scan this QR code with your camera. It will then take you to our website, where we've put the results to every single race in one convenient location.
National election coverage coming up next on Good Morning America, including details on key election results, the possible national implications, and what it all could mean for next year's presidential election. We're back with a final check of weather with Matt Gray right after this quick break.